So let's talk a little bit about the election. I'm very excited because this is it's a lot of hanging meat for a comedian. You know what I mean? These are just softballs they're going to throw up.
Yeah.
And so Donald Trump. Let's start with Donald Trump.
Donald is.
What do you make of this? Is this real? Is this
Donald
real?
is an old friend of mine. I'll tell you, there are two sides to Donald. He's a good person. He's a great father. He is a very successful businessman, and if you were in trouble, you could go to him. Donald has a good heart. Donald has an incredible ego, and Donald, you like Donald because there's no cutoff from brain to mouth. So as an interview, he's a piece of cake.
Yeah.
You want him.
Yeah.
Well, so he'll be refreshing. He will tell you exactly what however demented some of it may be, he will tell you exactly what he thinks about his fellow Republicans.
Yeah.
If I were a Republican candidate now, I would not look forward to this, because he will get attention, he'll get a percentage of the polls, he'll get on the debates, and
and then all hell could break loose, right? I mean, to me, I think you're totally right. He's going to walk out there.
He's going to be rapping these opponents. He's already rapped Jeb Bush terribly. He's going to take them on.
Yeah.
As he called George Bush the worst president until Obama came in to be the worst president. Tie for his worst. His two ties for the worst president are a Republican and a Democrat. Right?
Yeah, there you go.
But I think he's delightful. You know, yeah. I mean, you look at him as a.
So you're separating the.
He's not going to be president.
Right, so do you think is this real? Do you think he's really running for president? Because I have a sense that this is sort of, you know, this is brand and ego, and then sometime around October, after a couple debates where I think he's going to do well, he'll say, I did it, and now.
Well, there's that side that says Donald could not stand going into a primary and losing.
Yeah. Because
that ego couldn't take a defeat.
Yeah.
My old friend Howard Cosell, the late Howard Cosell, a strong liberal, all of a sudden he's going to run for the Senate in New York, but he never was going to run because he couldn't take the fact that he would be voted down.
Yeah.
So maybe you're right. Maybe Donald will campaign a little and get out before the first vote saying, I've made my voice clear and I now endorse such and such.
All right, well,
But I don't think he wants to face an election.
Yeah.
But I like Donald Trump.
So what do you make of the rest of the Republicans? Because there's a ton of them. It's actually, you know, people mock the Republican Party for not being an open party and all that. But
it's an open party.
But actually now, you know, there is a woman, there is a black guy, there's a Hispanic guy. I mean, there's a lot of white guys. But they have broadened it. I'm not enamored with any of these guys, but they've done something.
Well, there are no moderate Republicans anymore. There used to be a great crew of moderate Republicans. There are no moderate Republicans. And there's very few moderate Democrats.
Yeah.
The Democrats are swinging. Elizabeth Warren seems to be the heart of the Democratic Party, and Hillary is moving more toward Elizabeth Warren. So we have no centrists. And when there are no centrists, that's a danger in a republic. Mm-hmm. Because a republic needs compromise. It needs centrists. Hillary was a centrist senator. She was a very good, in fact, Lindsey Graham told me once he would be very comfortable if Hillary Clinton ran for national office because she could work with her.
Right.
And she was in the Senate. She knew how to give and take, and she could give up this to get that. That's very important. You have to do that.
Yeah, and which we don't do anymore,
we don't
right?
Do anymore.
As you said, what McConnell said right when Obama got elected.
We're going to defeat him at every turn.
We're going to take this guy.
So we have that kind of hate, and that does, you know, when I was a kid, first I could name every senator. I can't do that
I
now.
won't make you do it now.
No, you don't. I won't. I wouldn't be able to do it. Number two, I knew that certain Barry Goldwater and John Kennedy were friends. So Republicans and Democrats went out and had dinner together. A conservative Mormon and a Democratic liberal, Ted Kennedy.
Yeah.
He spoke at his funeral. This is what America was. That's.
So is this just...
Another thing dangerous about it now is because of Congress, they come in on Tuesday and leave on Friday because they're constantly running for re-election on this 2-year thing. They don't live in Washington anymore. They take a room in Washington, they run back home to do things, so they're not there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Yeah, so then is money in politics really, is that what everything beyond everything else, is that...
The worst Supreme Court decision of all time was that a corporation is a person and that you can give any kind of money to any kind of thing, and it's freedom of speech.
Yeah.
That decision was horrendous, I think.
So
they've made a lot of horrendous decisions.
They're making a bunch of decisions now. Which way do you think they're going to go on gay marriage? They could be, people are saying it could be as early as this week.
I think Justice Kennedy will swing that way. I think he's always leant that way. I've spent some time with him, and I would say it's 5-4. They'll swing that, maybe even 6-3.
Yeah. Nobody wants to be on the wrong side of history on this
No,
one. They know it's happening anyway, right?
And on health care too.
Yeah.
If they throw out any major portion of this health care thing, you got 13 million people are on it.
Yeah.
You know, health care is a fact. And while you can look back and go, what would the Constitution, come on.
Yeah.
We're the only industrialized nation in the world until Obama had this that didn't have a health care plan. And health is a right. I think it's a right.